aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Collinsville High School. We are live from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Little Kahok boys volleyball action for you tonight on the Kahok Sports Network as your Collinsville Kahawks close out the regular season with a non-conference showdown with the Althoff Crusaders. And my name is Todd Duke. Welcome into tonight's pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. The location is 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Our last live stream from the confines of the campus of Collinsville High School. Only thing left after today is playoffs, except for the baseball team. They have a game at Marion on Saturday before their playoffs kick off next week. So volleyball season finale. Softball's already had theirs. Soccer season is finished. Baseball season, one more game left, and then we're into the postseason next week. So let's get started with this volleyball matchup between Collinsville and Althoff. Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 11-12 under their second-year head coach Mike Nichols. Althoff, they're pretty good this year. They are 26-6 on the season under their head coach Tony Miner. No idea how long he's been there. The IHSA page only had like 3 years of the almost 20 years now that Althoff has been playing volleyball, so not a lot to go off of there. Kahawks enter the season finale having lost their last 2 matches after a home loss here to Father McGivney on Monday in a game we had for you. Collinsville went to Alton for the final Southwestern Conference match of the season the very next day. And after dropping the first set to the Redbirds 25-15, the two teams collided for an epic battle in set number 2 that the Kahawks ended up winning 37-35. Collinsville would then drop the third and tie-breaking set 25-23 to 21 as each team picked up home wins against one another this year. Collinsville took a 3-set match from Alton right here on this floor on April the 25th. Kahawks finished 2-8 in Southwestern Conference play, and they had one Southwestern Conference win in their first season a year ago versus Alton. And besides beating those Redbirds again this season, Collinsville's other Southwestern Conference victory came against Edwardsville High School, 25-16 in both sets of a 2-set sweep. Althoff Crusaders, they're coming here on the heels of a 24-4 campaign last season, so they've improved on that. Althoff has once again put together a 20-plus win season this year, as the Crusaders also close out their season here tonight as well. Only one time this year did Althoff lose 2 matches in a row. That was at the end of March. Lost back-to-back matches at Belleville East and at Alton. The Crusaders put together a 12-match win streak after that Alton loss and didn't drop another match until losing to O'Fallon on April the 24th. Since then, Althoff went down the stretch with a 9-2 record, including winning their last 2 matches, a home-and-home series with Metro East Lutheran. Althoff, by the way, is 4-4 this year versus Southwestern Conference schools. All right, time for our final interview in the world of seniors. Yes, I know I got a couple left, but the time is running out. There's been a lot of them this year, so we don't have enough time. Playoffs start next week, and that's when we'll talk things over with the coach again. So the final interview we have is with number 12, John Carl. And that interview will come your way right after a timeout here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had the surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time, and honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Our final visit to Collinsville High School for the 2022-2023 school year. And we're here for little boys volleyball. It's their season finale against Althoff. And joining us now, our final interview with our seniors, number 12, senior John Carl, outside hitter, 2 years, varsity starter. So thanks for joining us. And let's start off by getting to know your family. Tell me all about the family.
Family's from a little bit of everywhere. Mom was raised in Texas, born and raised there for a little bit, and then she moved to Illinois. Dad was born and raised in Illinois and has moved around quite a lot as a military. Dad, John Carl, Mom, Karen Carl, now live back both in not in Collinsville, but in Illinois. And yeah.
Brothers, sisters?
I have an older sister, Ashlyn, a younger brother, Malachi, an older sister, Kristen, an older brother, Alaric, and yeah, that's about it.
It's a nice big family, man. So you guys all push each other in sports?
Primarily, Ashlyn and I push each other a lot. I push Malachi, but the other two do not play any sports.
How about Mom and Dad? Where's all the sports genes come from? Which one?
Dad for sure. Mom, I don't think played any sports growing up, so.
All right. Let's see. You also work at Firehouse Subs, man. You work with my best friend's kid. So tell me a little about working at the sub shop.
It's pretty easy. I mean, not my first job, but definitely a real easy first job for a lot of people. I mean, it's pretty easy. I've been working there for 2 years now, I'm shift lead, hoping to make my way up. I'm going to try and work there through college, but we're going to see what happens.
All right, back to sports. So volleyball is your thing. How did that get started?
For coming into freshman year, I don't know. I did varying sports growing up. And I wanted to try something new. And I asked my sister, because she had already been going here, and I was like, Ashlyn, do we have a boys volleyball team at all? And she's like, no. And luckily enough, that year was the year that we got it one. So I decided to try out, made the team, and then COVID struck. So not much I could do about that. But
tell me a little bit about the other sports you played.
I grew up playing soccer, basketball, football. I did bowling for like 5-6 years. I used to play a lot of contact sports, and then I got a bunch of concussions, so the doctors asked me to stop playing those. So we land with volleyball, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Besides volleyball, which one of those previously mentioned sports was your favorite?
I really like playing basketball. Not very good at it, but I like playing it a lot. Bowling is probably my second favorite, though. I mean, I was good at it. I did it for the longest time other than volleyball, so.
My wife and I do the Xbox bowling all the time. All right, my favorite things category time. Tell me your favorite kind of music that you like to listen to.
I'm pretty all over the place. Right now I've listened to a lot of hip-hop and rap because that's what my friends are trying to get me on. But, I mean, I listen to a lot of, like, I don't know. I am a sucker for musicals, and I get that from my mom. So I listen to a lot of those soundtracks a lot, so, with her.
That's cool. A little Grease, a little West Side Story, stuff like that. Yeah, all right. Tell me a little bit about, you have a favorite group or a favorite artist in any genre?
Not really, honestly. I just listen to everything, so I don't really have a favorite.
All right, food time. Favorite salty snack?
Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips.
You can get those at Firehouse Subs, I think. I know. Sweet snack?
Nerds, probably. Nerds are good.
I've gotten that a lot. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which one's your favorite?
Breakfast.
What is it and who cooks it?
My childhood best friend growing up, his stepdad, Bill Spain, makes amazing breakfast burritos.
Those are always good too. All right, let's talk about school. What is your least favorite class when you are your 4 years in high school?
Bio. I loved the teacher. I just wasn't real good at the class.
What is your favorite class in high school?
Algebra, funny enough, with Nichols.
Math stuff, man. All right, if you could pick a decade from the 1900s to go back and visit for a couple of days, which decade would it be and why?
Kind of want to go back to the 70s. I don't know. It seems interesting. It's a different era, entirely different. And I'd like to go see how life as a teenager would live back then.
Well, then you probably would have ran across me in these hallways because that's when I was doing my thing. All right, what's in the future for you? What's next after high school?
I'm going to go to Fontbonne, and with Tyrone, and me and him are going to go and play volleyball for them. I'm going to study, probably get my major in secondary education, specialty in mathematics, of course, and then try and come back and probably teach here for a few years.
Awesome. All right, so tell me about this season so far. This is not a bad season for you guys.
No, it's not, actually. We've beat some teams this year that we did not beat last year. I mean, a lot of our big hitters this year have got more time underneath their belt. Luke's an amazing setter. Jack, his first year, but he's actually doing really great. Tyrone, it's nice to see him finally get some little more experience under his belt. His second year getting on the right side, which is nice. Jake and Stan are great additions to the team, honestly. Both in the middle, real tall basketball players. Both first years. Solomon's great. Falby is an amazing passer along with Joseph whenever he's on the court. So, yeah, I really love it.
All right, shout out time, man. Who out there you want to say hi to?
Say hi to my mom, Karen, and then say hi to all of my volleyball guys, of course.
All right, man. Thanks for the visit. Good luck tonight. Good luck in your future.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
John Carl, everybody, number 12 in your program. And we will take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting rosters for both sides, and we will do that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS Class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS Class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS Class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS Class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Todd Duke is my name. Glad that you are with us for our final regular season broadcast of the year before all the playoffs get underway next week. Here are your starters. We'll begin with the Althoff Crusaders. Their libero is Ethan Carban. He is a senior. Nolan Carban is a freshman. He is the defensive specialist. You have middle blockers is Ian Patton, a senior, and Asher Peterson, a sophomore. Your setter is Teddy Orlett, who is a senior. Outside hitter, Andy Weir, a junior, and Nick Jansen is your right side hitter, and he is a senior. Excuse me. For your Collinsville Kahawks, Luke Geisen is your setter, the 5'11 senior. Your outside hitters for Collinsville, both seniors, Jack Geisen and John Carl. Another couple of seniors make up your middle hitters in Jake Wilkinson and Tyrone Ely. Your right side hitter is the very tall sophomore Solomon Talbot, who stands at 6'10", and Matthew Falby is your libero at 5'11". So, Collinsville and Althoff played the season finale in Belleville last year as well, so that's why they're here this year, since they only play each other one time per season. Crusaders taking the match in a 2-set sweep last year, 25-15 and 25-16. Nick Jansen, who I just mentioned, had 17 kills in the 2 sets last year for Althoff, and he also leads this year in the kill department with a whopping 397 kills on the year. Brady Lichtenfeld is second on that list at 134, so a big difference between the top guy in the kills category and the second guy. So something to watch out for there. Number 18 is Nick Jansen's number. John Carl, as I mentioned in the pregame interview, he leads Collinsville in kills with 147. Tyrone Ely not too far behind him with 139. In the blocking category, Ian Patton leads Althoff with 47, while Jake Wilkinson leads for Collinsville, but just barely. He has 28, does Wilkinson. Stanley Carnahan and Tyrone Ely one behind at 27 apiece. And the digs, how about 344 digs for Ethan Carban for Althoff. And Nick Jansen is second on that list with 136, so a big gap between first and second again. Matthew Falby leads in that category for Collinsville with 144. We'll get to some of the serving statistics as we get going here and these guys get up there and start serving, so we'll cover some of those when the time comes. Collinsville, the home team, on the left, wearing a white, except for Mr. Falby, who's wearing the purple jersey. Collinsville, purple numbers on the fronts and the backs of those white jerseys with the word Kahawks written across the shoulder blade area of those jerseys. Althoff, they're here in the midnight blue uniforms, except for their libero. That would be Ethan Carban. He's out there in the white jersey. Everybody else wearing the midnight blue. And they have gold numbers on the fronts and the back. They have the word Althoff written across the fronts of their jerseys, and they are the team on the right side of your screen. We are just about ready to go here. That is Lori Blade, who is out on the floor making sure everybody's in the proper places and everybody's numbers match. Lori Blade, of course, Hall of Famer coach from Edwardsville in both basketball and softball. And she says we're ready to go. The gentleman on the ladder says we're ready to go. And back on the back stripe is Teddy Orlett. He is going to get things started here for Althoff. And Teddy, 335 serves on the year, 32 errors, and 33 aces. But Ethan Carban leads the team in aces with 40. So watch out for the aces. There's a big kill right off the bat by Jake Wilkinson. And we're underway. Collinsville up 1-0. JV game ended. That's why we're on early, because it ended in 2 sets. Collinsville lost both sets 25-16. Big battle in the second set. But the Kahawks came out on the losing end 26-24. Serve there by Jack Geisen, 196 serves on the year, and Falby got a hot shot right off of the hands, and it went straight backwards. So Geisen, 196 serves, 17 errors, good for 91.3%. And now back to serve for Althoff is Andy Weir. I don't have any stats for him. I don't have a lot of room to get all of the serving stats on there. That would take up a complete page. Here is Falby off of the elbows, or the crease of the elbows, and right into the pole. John Carl couldn't do anything with that one. 2-1 in favor of Althoff. Weir will go back to serve it up once again. He does, and that's out. A little bit too strong on the hit. 2-2 is the score. Here is Matthew Falby. Falby, 197 serves on the year, 15 errors, 92.4% success rate on those serves with 14 aces. Serve goes over, picked up right in the middle over there by Jansen, and Jansen's going to get the kill shot, and it'll work as Falby got an arm on it, but couldn't get it up any higher than about knee level, and no one could get there in time to get that ball even higher. So a 3-2 lead now for Althoff. And here is Ethan Carban. He has 40 aces on the year, 296 serves, 16 errors, 94.6%. And a referee over in the ladder looking down at something at the floor and trying to get Teddy Orlett to see what it is. All right, served by Carban, picked up by Jack Geisen. Luke, the brother, to Carl. Carl with a hot shot. That was picked up in the back, and then a miss hit up in the front of the net by Teddy Orlett, and we are tied at 3 as Dominic Vanderite will check into the game. And Dominic and his teammate Andrew Dedman, the only 2 seniors that we're not going to get to interview this year, because they just have so many, and I'm out of games. Monday starts the playoffs, and that's when we talk to coaches. Althoff trying to send it over here on the near side, and that one was a little bit of a tough leave over there for Brady Lichtefeld. And now Vanderite will come in to serve. Dominic on the year, 59 serves, 16 errors, 72.8%. Got that one over the top of the net. Those are always tough. And then a big kill there by Nick Jansen. Told you, 397 kills on the year, and there's another one that's going to get him close to 400. 4-4 contest. And now Jansen back to serve for Althoff. He does. Rocket shot. That one goes over the net off the first touch by Jack Geisen. Little touch. John Carl sets it up and throws it into the corner as Luke Geisen saw that before he even went up in the air. He saw that corner was vacant over there on that near side and shoved it right over there. 5-4 Collinsville. Here's John Carl back to serve. John on the year, 161 serves. He leads the team in aces with 20. And that one's on a hot shot into the corner as well. And now Althoff has to get it over. Nice block up front by Ely. And another try at the same place. Partial block, but it goes back to Joey Rock. Over onto the far side, Jack Geisen with a big kill try. And nice save over there by Carban. Geisen did it again. Rolls across the net and falls in. Collinsville leads 6-4. Baseball team closing out the home portion of their schedule today over at Fletcher Field. Zach Roseman has that game for you on the Broadcast Club Network. And that one's going to be out. 6-5. Collinsville leads by 1. Here is Brady Lichtefeld. He will serve. His team trails by 1. These Althoff guys, man, they get that ball way up there, and that one, just like the one that Falby hit earlier, opposite pole this time, and we're tied at 6. Top of the 4th over at Fletcher Field, 1-1 with Belleville East. That one goes into the net. Collinsville will get that point right back. Mr. Tyrone Ely back to serve. 145 times he's served the ball this year. 28 errors, 80.7%. 12 aces for Ely. He sends that one a little bit low, and then a kill try picked up by Joey Rock. It goes over on the first try, and now a kill try for Althoff, and that one sent over by Jack Geisen. And now a setup over here on the near side and a little touch, and Joey Rock with a nice diving try there, but couldn't get it going in the right direction, and we are tied at 7. Close game so far. Camden Graham, a sophomore, back to serve now for Althoff. Picked up by Carl, and now they got to get it back, and Carl, is he going to get it over? Yes, he does. Set up for Althoff. Rock saves it, and there is Luke Geisen with a simple little touch on that. Finds the mark. Collinsville back up by 1 as Solomon checks back in for Rock. Back to serve, Luke Geisen, leading server for Collinsville. 199 serves on the year, just 5 errors, 97.5%, 17 aces for Luke Geisen. Set up right in the middle, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Collinsville will go back up by 2. Second time so far here in this first match that they've led by 2. And Luke, he can get on quite the service roll. We've seen him do it before. Serve on the way. Nice sinker. Moved over here to the near side off of a partial block up front. Collinsville keeps it alive. Falby to Carl. Carl into the back and back over here onto this near side. And Carl saves it again. Nice dig. Geisen to Talbot. And off of a block, but it goes straight down off of the hands of Asher Peterson. And Collinsville is up by 3. Kahok's trying to win a set for the first time against Althoff. Lost both last year, and this is only their second meeting since. Set up right in the middle. Well, they're going to put it over to the side once again, and this time Andy Weir finds his spot and gets his team back to within 2. It's 10-8. Here is Teddy Orlett, who started off this match by serving. Popped up. Falby sends it up front. Geisen back behind him for Jack. Saved over there by the libero. Nicely done. Collinsville gets it back. And here is Falby for Carl. Carl sends one over. And again, Carban takes care of it. Excuse me. Carban up front and out. That's the second time that Asher Peterson has hit one just a little too hard. 11-8 Collinsville. Jack Geisen back to serve. He started the serving for Collinsville after Althoff started their serve, and that one's going to go into the bottom of the net. A little mishit there by Jack. 11-9. Andy Weir back to serve. Weir. Knuckleball right into the net. Gave that one right back. Collinsville again back up by 3. Tyrone Ely will check back in. He'll take the place of Mr. Wilkinson. And here is Matthew Falby back to serve. Falby sends one over. Carban picks up the first shot. Getting it over is Orlett. And the point belongs to Althoff, and the Crusaders are back to within 2. Ethan Carban back to serve. We got 2 Carbans on the team. We got 2 Rokes on the team, Michael and Sam, 1 year apart. Carl, Geisen, Ely. Oh, that was stuffed right back by Ian Patton. And now the Crusaders are back to within 1. Another serve by Carban, taken care of by Jack Geisen. His brother Luke over to Carl. Carl with a nice smash over in the corner. And the Kahawks go back up by 2 as Vanderite will come back in and take the place of Talbot. And Dominic will serve it up. Vanderite's ready to go. Well, that one's missed it as well. Went right to John Carl. (13-12). Here is Nick Jansen. Jansen tosses that ball up in the air about 50 feet. Falby with a nice pickup. Here is Ely after a setup, and that one's in. Tyrone Ely gets his first kill of the game, 14-12 in favor of Collinsville. And John Carl back to serve. Carl and Ely both going to Fontbonne College. Fontbonne University, excuse me. It was Fontbonne College when I was there. Back in the day in Clayton, there was a school in downtown Clayton called Broadcast Center, and that is where I went to school and learned how to do the job I'm doing right now. And my family lived over here in Collinsville, so in order for me to go to school, I got set up in the dormitories at Fontbonne College. We called it Foboco back then, but now it's Fontbonne University, and I was there for 2 years. And, yeah, it was fun. I had a blast. 15-13, Collinsville back up by 2. Service coming from Luchtefeld. And Carl sends that one into the stands. And it's a 1-point contest once again. Brady Lichtfeld serves it again, and that one had a sinking line drive on it. Here is Ely who gets it over. Into the middle, and that's blocked. What a nice job on the block there by Tyrone Ely, his second block, and that one turned into a point. 16-14, Collinsville back up by 2. Wilkinson checks in for Falby. Back to serve is Ely. Ely gets it over the net just barely, and then it goes back to Carl. Here is a setup by Luke to Jack. Jack has that one blocked, keeps it alive. Ely will pop it up for Carl. Carl sends it back, taken care of there by Carban. Over onto the other side, and that is Jansen, and he hits it into the net, and Collinsville will go up by 3. And kind of late here in this first set. First 1 to 25 wins, and you have to win by 2. Ely sends it across, taken care of, and back to where it came from. Another block over there by Geisen and Wilkinson. And now Ely pops it up. Geisen tries one of those no-look things again, but Althoff, they stayed with it, and they'll get it over. Here is Rauch to Luke, to Wilkinson. Wilkinson right off of the chest of Jansen, and Collinsville up by 4, their biggest lead of this first set. They want to go into the playoffs Monday against Jabot on a little bit of a high note, and so far so good. Here is Ely, and that one didn't make it. So Althoff will get the serve. And Camden Graham in charge of that responsibility. Collinsville up by 3. Line drive shot picked up by Joey Rauch, and a nice job by Carl to dig that one before it ended up hitting the ground, but Luke Geisen got a hand on it but couldn't get the right positioning to get it over the net, so it's a 2-point lead for Collinsville. Another serve on the way. That one barely clears the net. Carl takes care of the first try, and then Carl will push it over into the corner. And a little bit of a miss hit, but Althoff stays with it. Here is Luke Geisen over to his brother Jack. Jack hits it into the net, and we're back to a 1-point contest. Collinsville baseball JV team wins 7-1 over Belleville East. So we got the better of East with one of our teams. Here is Carl, pushes it up front, and that was too close to the pole, and Jack couldn't do anything with it. We are tied at 18. Another serve, and man, I thought he was like inside the line doing that one. That one's going to hit the ground. Collinsville goes back up by 1. All right, time for some Luke Geisen serves here. Let's see if we can rattle off a few. How about 6? That'll give Collinsville a win. Luke Geisen ready to serve it up. He does so. Picked up by Carban. Moved over here on the near side, and a big kill there by Andy Weir, and we are tied at 19. Teddy Orlett back to serve. Pop fly, and that one falls in. Jack let it go over his head, thinking it was going to go out, but it had another foot before that was going to happen, so excuse me. Althoff up by 1. Having a rough day here. Over onto the far side, and that one is in. And another kill there by Andy Weir, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point swing. Collinsville down and wanting a timeout. His head coach Mike Nichols will step aside for just a moment as well. And we'll be back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems, problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs, so stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Collinsville High School, 21-19. Althoff has a 2-point lead. Collinsville had a 4-point lead at one point. But that has since disappeared. So Collinsville's got to try to get a couple of points back here just to get it tied. And back to serve, it is Teddy Orlett. Here's the serve, popped up. Jack Geisen up to Luke, to Wilkinson. Wilkinson saves the block that came right back to him. Talbot, the same thing. Geisen got bumped out of the way by Luke. And then out of bound territory, but a nice job there, and we're going to get a point out of it as that was out of bounds. And Collinsville's back to within one. Jack Geisen's turn to serve. It's an early start Monday at O'Fallon's Milburn campus against Jabot. That is a 4 p.m. start, as there are 3 matches that day, and Collinsville and Jabot has the first one. Collinsville and Jabot at 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock, it's Alton Marquette against Granite City, and 6 o'clock, Belleville West against Maryville Christian. Collinsville's got the play-in game, so if they win against Jabot Monday, they're going to have to return and take on the number 1 seeded O'Fallon Panthers on Tuesday at 5:30. And if that does happen, I will be there to bring that one to you while Zach Roseman and Chris Kettler bring you the softball game, as the softball team gets underway in their playoffs on the same day. And another kill there by Asher Peterson, and it's 22-20. 2-point lead for Althoff. Andy Weir back to serve now for the Crusaders. Sends it over. Falby hits it the wrong way. Spun off of his hands and went straight backwards. 23-20 Althoff. Belleville East, by the way, has scored 3 more runs, and they lead your Kahawks over at Fletcher Field 4-1 in the 4th. Mr. Weir ready to get. Sinker on that one. Geisen backs up and takes care of it. Now Carl will try to send it over for a point. Althoff, they pick it up. And then that's in. Nick Jansen found the back corner here. And Althoff 1 point away from wrapping up this first set. Another serve from Weir. Into the net. Collinsville gets an easy one back, but they still trail by 3 as Ely will check back into the game for Wilkinson. And Matthew Falby back to serve. Matthew, line drive, taken care of by the opposing libero Carban, and that one blocked by Tyrone Ely. His 3rd block here in this first set. And Collinsville back to within a couple. Carban pushes it as he falls back, and then John Carl couldn't handle the hot shot, and that's going to end the first set 25-22 in favor of Althoff, and we'll be back with set number 2 right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, that's me. Glad you're with us. As Lori Blade once again checking to make sure everybody's in their proper places and the numbers all match everything on her list. And we are ready to go here with set number 2. Luke Geisen will get us all started with a serve. There's the whistle. Luke's ready. And we're underway in set number 2. Right down the middle it goes. Althoff will set it up over here on the near side. And right into the net it goes. Off of the kill try by Andy Weir. And Collinsville is up 1-0. Kahawks led 18-14 in that first set. And then Althoff came screaming right back to take a 21-19 lead and eventually won it 25-22. Here is Geisen's next serve, picked up once again by Carban. That would be the other one, and that one goes out. Collinsville goes up 2-0. Nolan Carban is wearing the Althoff blue, while Ethan is the one out there in the white. Here is Luke's next serve, and it's taken care of by Jansen. Back over here to this side, and a block by Talbot and Wilkinson. So they'll each get credit for a half a block. And Geisen, serve number 4 coming up here to begin this second set. Right in the middle, picked up by Carban once again. And this time they're going to set it up in the middle. Falvey got a hand on it, but it went the opposite way after that rocket shot. And Althoff will pick up their first point here in this second set. And Teddy Orlett will go back to serve. Serve, Falby takes care of the first touch, and then Wilkinson off of a back shot, and that one's going to go. Nice job by Althoff. Luke Geisen pops it up. Falby sends it over the net. Didn't mean to. He was trying to set up Talbot, but it went a little bit awry. Here is Geisen to Falby to Carl right over the net. Nice pickup over there. Those are always tough when they touch the net. Into the back, and Luke Geisen had it go the wrong way off of his arms and into the stands. 3-2, Collinsville up by 1. Another serve coming up here for Teddy Orlett. Jack, Luke, back to Jack. Blocked. And a double hit by Collinsville will give Althoff a point. So Collinsville went from 3-0 to 3-3. There's Orlett. Into the middle, Falby. Luke Geisen sends it over, trying to a little no-look sneak attack. Jack Geisen gets a hand on it. Luke back over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson touches it across. And then over here on the near side, once again, Weir sends it over. Now Luke sends it over to Jack on the far side, and that one's out of bounds, just barely. 4-3 Althoff. Teddy Orlett getting his own service roll going on. Here is Jack over to Luke into the middle for Wilkinson. That was blocked. Wilkinson got it back, but then hit it twice. 5-3 Althoff. Orlett serves again, and once again, Jack Geisen to Luke, to Talbot. Talbot's going to send that one too far out of bounds. Got a little too far underneath that one. One more serve for Orlett. He's been back there for a while now. Luke Geisen sets it up in the middle for Wilkinson, and that is off of a, no, I thought it was off of a partial block. They say no, out of bounds. Timeout called. We'll be back in a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Teddy Orlett sends another one over, and on the back line, Jack Geisen got a hand on it, but then it went straight back. So after a 3-0 lead here by Collinsville, it's been 8 straight points for Teddy Orlett and the Althoff Crusaders. Luke over to Talbot. Talbot sends it over, and that one's in. And Collinsville finally gets a much-needed point. 8-4. Althoff with a 4-point lead. And Jack Geisen back to serve. JV season is over. They lost in 2 sets to Althoff, 25-16, 26-24. Here is Jansen with a big kill, and that makes it 9-4 in favor of Althoff. So JV, they finished the season at 9-13, just a little off of their 12-16 mark that they had last year. Varsity, they've already won more games than they did last year. They're at 11 wins this year. They had 9 last year. And that one's out. 9-5. What a way to make a living. Here's Falby. Sorry, I'll start up. Falby back to serve. Matthew sends a screamer across. And over here on the near side, Jansen Instead of going up there to kill it, he just touched it and went over the head of Carl, and there wasn't anyone behind him to help him out. 10-5 now in favor of Althoff. And here is Ethan Carban back to serve. Jack Geisen into the net, and Luke hits it into the scorer's table. 11-5. Carban with another serve. Into the net. 11-6. Joey Rock will check back in. He'll take the place of Salomon Talbot. And Joey will come back to serve. Joey on the year, 54 serves, 6 errors, 89%. Pops that one up, and Jansen takes care of it. Setup goes into the middle. Jack Geisen for Luke, for Ely. Ely with a simple touch over. Into the middle now for Carban. Back over here to this side, and that one was out of bounds. Nope. Landed just inside the line. Nick Jansen, the senior, back to serve now for Althoff. Jack Geisen got a hold of that one, and then he and Luke ran into each other while Luke was going for the ball. And things are kind of just a little wacky out there for Collinsville right now. 13-6 Althoff. Jansen with another serve. This one picked up by Falby, and Luke saves it. Route to John Carl into the back line. Nicely done there by Althoff and the number 2, Sam Roque. And that one is going to go into the stands, and so did John Carl, but he's okay. 14-6, though. Althoff is extending their lead. And that one's in. (15-6) now. Another serve for Jansen coming up. Falby hit his wrists and went straight down. 10-point lead now for Althoff. Jansen with another serve. And that's an ace. Jansen's on quite a roll now, too. Andrew Dedman checks into the game now for Collinsville, taking the place of Jack Geisen. And Jansen with another serve coming up. Got some power in those serve. That one's out. Almost took the head off of Katie Cease over there on that corner. Into the game is Cade Simmons, 6-foot sophomore. Haven't seen him in much of the varsity contest. He's a mainstay on the JV team this year. He'll be counted on big time next year. That one hit the bottom of the, yeah. It hit the bottom of the scoreboard. We're talking about it. Lori Blade says the point belongs to Collinsville, and now everybody agrees. And John Carl will serve as the Crusaders lead 17-8. Carl sends one to the back line. Picked up and moved over here onto the near side off of a block, and no one was able to recover. Falby tried as best he could over there on that far sideline in front of his bench, but that was tough to get to. Lichtenfeld back to serve now for Althoff. They lead by 10 once again, 18-8. Low, Falby. Geisen, Ely, he takes care of it. Lichtenfeld takes care of it on the back line. Now over here for Jansen, blocked out by Tyrone Ely. That's his 4th block in this match. And Collinsville gets a much-needed point. And Ely will go back to serve. Tyrone sends one into the middle, picked up by Jansen. Moved over there to the far side, and back in the corner, no one was there. And point number 19 belongs to Althoff. 4-1, top of the fifth. Belleville East still leading your Kahawks. Serve. And Geisen for Wilkinson. Taken care of. Now over here onto the near side. Into the back for Carl. Geisen shoves it over. Carl into his own net. And that is point number 20 for Althoff. Serve picked up. Collinsville moves it over. And a kill shot by Simmons into the net. 21-9 in favor of Althoff. Another serve on the way from Graham. And Rauch mishits it and it goes straight to the ground. Things are just not going right here for the Kahawks in this second set. Graham with another serve. Low. Carl to Simmons. Carl takes care of the third hit. Picked up into the back by Jansen. They shove it over on the second shot. And that one is out of bounds. Luke Geisen had the right idea, but it was just across the line. And Althoff just 2 points away from picking up a two-set sweep here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Graham into the back. Carl moves it over, and into the middle it goes for Wilkinson, and that one will fall in. 23-10, but Collinsville's got a long mountain to climb here if they want to send this to a third set. And it'll begin with Luke Geisen here back on the service line. Brother Jack will check back into the game for Simmons. Luke Geisen ready to go. Into the middle, picked up by Jansen. Carban over to the near side. Taken care of by Luke. Falby sets it up for Talbot. Talbot off of a partial block. That one finds a spot. And Collinsville picks up 2 points in a row. 23-11. Oh, into the net, and that's going to give Althoff their 24th point. So the Crusaders need just one more to make a quick work of the Kahawks here tonight. Back to serve, Teddy Orlett. He does so. Falby gets the first touch. Over to now Jansen. Carl got it. Geisen. Luke to Jack. Taken care of again. Back over here onto the near side. Blocked down, and it ends up going out of bounds. Just barely, but enough to end this one 25-11. Althoff takes a two-set sweep. And your Collinsville Kahawks finish up the regular season with a record of 11-13 on the year. And we are going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to hopefully talk things over with assistant coach Brenna Swartz. And we will do that next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions, kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for the final time here in the 2022-2023 school year as Collinsville drops a couple of matches here tonight. Both JV and varsity lose in two-set sweeps. And joining us now is Brenna Swartz, the JV head coach and the assistant for Mike Nichols on the varsity side of things. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Yeah, I forgot to turn you up. That's a rookie mistake here in the radio business.
Oh, good. I get to change my answer now. I'm
Yeah,
good.
You're good. All right, I'm good too. All right, so the JV match, 9-13, you guys finished this year. A little bit off the mark of your 12-16 finish from your first year in doing this. So talk to me about the difference in the 2 years. I know besides the players, because that always changes, but
Right.
tell me what you think was the difference between the 2 years.
So last year they had a lot of older kids, such as sophomores and juniors, and this year we are composed mainly of freshmen. So a lot of introducing the basics of volleyball and building upon that and starting out.
Yeah. Let me take you back to, what was it, Tuesday night here against Father McGivney. That second set. I'm telling you what, man, Stanley Carnahan made a kill during that second set that looked like it was shot out of a cannon. That thing went hit the floor so hard. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25-16 the first set, 26-24 the second set for your JVers. That second set was real fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot better than the first set. It was just an off night for energy. We didn't have any energy.
Yeah.
And that momentum takes,
Yeah,
we'll do that too, yeah.
Take some energy from these little ones running around here. Bottle that up for a little bit. All right, so tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the season that just ended.
It was a good season. And I told them after the game, I said, you got to think about our very first game of this entire season, how much progress you've made up until now, because it's a completely different team than what we started with because we worked hard in practice and we changed results.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a bummer that JV never gets a postseason.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's switch over and talk to varsity. Man, 25-22 in that first set, and you guys had a 18-14 lead, and then that kind of disappeared, and they took it from you. Did that take something out of the guys? Because that second set was just it wasn't very nice.
Yeah, so there was one play that we ended up gaining momentum from, and we carried that on for a couple points, and then it wasn't going our way, so we lost that momentum, and that it's very, like I always say, volleyball is a very mental game. So if you have that mental strength to back up your momentum, it's not going to go well for you.
You guys pull your hair out and get gray hairs with all these with the unforced errors, the serves into the nets and things like that?
You know what? I haven't found a gray hair yet, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
Spoken like a true champion. All right, dear. Thank you very much for visiting with us all year, and we'll talk to you again next year.
Sounds good.
All right, Brenda Swartz, your varsity assistant coach and your JV head coach, and that is going to do it for us. We have nothing but playoffs for the rest of this 2022-2023 school year, and that begins Monday at the Milburn campus in O'Fallon, as your Collinsville Kahok volleyball team will take on Jabot. If they win, they'll return the next day and take on O'Fallon. If not, we'll still be back out at the Milburn campus on Tuesday for softball, and then Wednesday we have baseball playoffs at Edwardsville as your Kahawks take on the Alton Redbirds. Another big thank you to Brenda Swartz. Another big thank you to John Carl joining us in the pregame interview, and all the seniors that joined us for the pregame interviews this year. I really enjoy doing those. So my name is Todd Duke, and until Monday night from O'Fallon, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.